Being the residential Google Ads nerd that I am, naturally, I always get asked the question, how can you or how do you use Chat GPT and Google Ads at the minute? And the most common thing most people jump to is, I'm going to use it to write loads and loads of ad text or SKUs on my ad text. And generally, right now, unless you can get someone really, really good to sit and provide custom instructions to your own GPT that gives it the parameters and the training it needs to write efficient ad text, usually what it writes performs really poorly. And there's a couple of reasons for that. When you use ChatGPT to write Google ads, search ads in particular, or responsive search ads, it's very wordy. And Google ads or Google search ads, in terms of the name of the game, is a highly geared mode of advertising. Like let's do an example, right? So if I do a new tab and I say life insurance, so you can see here, if I pull through these, like everything is very short and concise, like compare life insurance quotes, cover from £5, award-winning insurers, get a quote. But like this is really short and concise, like buy life insurance, that's a call to action, claim up to £195, that's a value add or a benefit. And it's all really short, like it's not particularly wordy, it's all straight into sell. Get a voucher up to £200. We're cramming or trying to cram, in this particular case, lots of value into a short space. And the people who tend to win are those who tend to either be the most relevant to the consumer, have a unique offering that's relevant to the consumer, but also can concisely get across as much value and clarity around the proposition of sale as possible. If you and bearing in mind you've got character limits with Google Ads, so in the headline you've got max 30 characters, and you'll have two headlines, maybe one. In this case, we're showing one. In this case, which looks like we're showing two. So you've got 30 characters to play within a headline, in each headline. Then you've got up to 90 characters to play with on a description. So you've not got infinite space. If you start using ChatGPT to write these things for you, it gets so long. So it tries adding emotive language and some creative flair to it. So before you know it, by the time you've managed to say it costs from £5 a month, it's trying to use a whole line of description text instead of what it really should be is from £5 /MON or /month. You don't need it broken all the way out. And for that reason, it never performs well, because for the simple fact, your competitors get more messaging in and more value across to the consumer in fewer amount of characters than ChatGPT will tend to. Now, like I said, you can work on that and you can train it, but by default, just most people shouldn't be doing it. However, there is a way to use ChatGPT to do some analysis that will help you improve the performance of your ads. And the main way I would look at doing it is through something like this exercise, which is market analysis of the search engine results page. So let's take this example in life insurance. If I'm trying to create a really efficient ad for that, how would I do that if I was coming into the market fresh and I had no prior knowledge? So let's go to ChatGPT. First, we'll go into Google Drive and we'll pick up pre-written prompt that I've got. So we pull this out of here. So this is a pre-written prompt. All it simply does is it asks ChatGPT to scan through the text on a SERP that you give it, and then pull out all the key points of sale and all the positive sentiment, because generally positive sentiment is what drives the sale. You want to create positive, you want to elicit positive emotion, and then you're more likely to accrue the click. And then it will rank order it from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. And then it'll also provide a description as to why it chose that point or why it chose that unique benefit. So let's take that. So if I take my prompt, go into ChatGPT, and I drop it into here. So you can see it says insert product. If I just replace that with most appeal to a searcher looking for a life insurance policy. And then I've got to come to the SERP. I come down. So I'm just going to literally highlight the search engine results page and the text on it. There are tools you can use or APIs you can use. I think there's one in Python that you can use to scrape all this text automatically, which is far more refined than what I'm doing here. But for the purposes of this demo, I'm just going to literally drop that text in there next to my prompt. So you can see there's my original prompt and there's my pasted text. Then I'm going to ask ChatGPT to run that. So if we click go, we'll see now it starts to pull out all the key messaging on that search engine results page. Now, why is this so important? Trying to craft the perfect ad or craft an ad that's going to win Google Ads, the Google Ads game, as it were. If you think about it at its core, Google Ads is it's almost entirely a CTR game to start off with, like at its bare basics. So the way Google Ads calculates where you'll rank on the search engine results page is as follows. So it will usually be quality score. So that's how good Google thinks your advertising is in earnest, times by your bid, so how much you're willing to pay for that click, equals your ad rank. Now, how does this relate to that? Quality score, 50% of that equation, let's call it, is by and large, or 3/4 of quality score is based off click-through rate. So all that means is Google bases how effective your ad is by and large on how often people click it. Why would it do that? Because that's when Google makes money. So that's why this is really important. You need to be improving your ads quality score a la click-through rate all the time in order to keep your costs low and your opportunity in the market high. Now, all of that is completely caveated with your ROI and what's profitable for yourself. But if you want to understand the crux of the game and the fundamentals behind it, that's how it works. This exercise is designed to give me all of the key messaging within the search engine results page that my competitors or people in the market are using, rank order it by impact, and then tell me why it's important. And from here, you should be able to use something like this to then inform how you write your ad text. So you're not going to literally use Chat GPT to write the ads. You are going to use it to analyze the search engine results page and then pull out key things that you should be thinking about putting in your ad text. Now, it's important to remember that this is not going to have you massively outperforming the rest of the people in your market or on the page. What it will do is get you to a point of parity really quickly, because you're basically sucking up all the efficient messaging or all the messaging on the market, putting it in your ad, and allowing Google to then display whichever ad text is optimal. So it's not going to revolutionize your performance, but what it will do is very quickly, if you're going into a market on Google Ads, get you to a point of parity and make sure you're not missing any essential messaging that you should otherwise have. I would also say you'd want to run this a couple of times at different periods, because you'll get different ads pop up, and then ergo you will get different results back in terms of what it thinks is efficient. But let's pick through just to see what it's actually done. So compare life insurance quotes. The phrase compare life insurance quotes emphasizes comparison aspect, which is appealing to shoppers. Yeah, very basic in the life insurance market. I'm looking to compare. I'm looking for options. It's not very committal from my perspective. So I can just jump in, check, see if it's right for me. And it tells me exactly the value I'm going to get out of it, which is I'm going to get some options. Buy life insurance online through us, get a £200 voucher. £200 voucher is a strong incentive and encourages immediate action. Yeah, I'm getting monetary value right back straight away. That's powerful. It's instant gratification, if you like. So if my competitors are using cashback offers like that, I would want this kind of system to pick that up. Protect your future with award-winning insurance plans. Yeah, award-winning adds credibility and suggests high quality. Yeah, gives credence to the fact that this particular advertiser is worth trusting. They have credentials and a history in the market. And we can go back through and pick it apart. Post office offers up to £750,000 in cover. Highlighting the coverage amount, specifying the UK residents, adds clarity to the offer. Yeah, I would probably say it also, that higher number makes it feel like it's going to be of high value to me. You know, going with the upper ceiling and potential payout is attractive, because it's an attractive number naturally. If you had that payout, despite the death, I'd imagine you'd be particularly happy, or someone would be. So yeah, that's another good example there. Our life insurance starts from £5 a month, get up to 40% off in premiums. Yep, again, so it's showing me a discount someone's using. Now, in my case, I've not got any custom instructions added onto this GPT. On other ones that I've put together, I do usually ask Chat GPT to be very careful on pulling out and mentioning any offers or usage of numbers across any ad text it sees. And that's simply because on Google Ads, pretty much as fact across all industries, numbers and offers and or special characters, you're limited on what characters you can use in Google Ads, improve CTR generally. So it's great that it's picking out this kind of thing, because yes, that would be attractive to a consumer, and so on and so forth. So you can see this would give me a great starting point to start crafting my ad and building an ad that by and large covered all the key benefits and features in my industry, providing my service can match up, which is really, really powerful and a quick, cheap way of doing that. As I said, you would then want to take these points and don't just rewrite them or get Chat GPT to rewrite them, but expand on them where you can. Try to make sure your landing page and your actual offers do align with some of these benefits or points or things that consumers would find appealing. And as ever, make sure you use the eyeball test by visiting the SERP itself and checking what's actually on there with complete context. So don't just blind drop it in here and then rip it. I hope that was helpful. If you want access to the prompt, I will put it in the description of the YouTube video for this. And if you want any help or sort of input from me, you can visit trickshot.digital, request a free marketing plan, which basically will allow us to audit your Google Ads account. We'll provide you what's working, what's not, ideas for growth as well. Or if you want to do something more casual, fill in the contact form on our site, ask me a question, connect with me on LinkedIn. It's whatever you fancy, really. Hope that was helpful, and I will speak to you soon.